Back in the 60s, in the 50s, it was up to 55% at least. It's dropped dramatically over the years because people, I get it, you're busy, but if you don't watch what's going on and you don't watch, the hen house, you're going to lose it, man. You're going to lose it. It's that simple. We are the stewards of our own future here. And we must take drastic action. And in my opinion, that drastic action is to allow the Republicans to take over and then take it from there. Now we've got 2 years to set this up and set it up correctly and let them know, listen, if you don't do what you're going to do, we'll do to you what we did to the Democrats. So then it's open season. So maybe there will be a third party out of this. I don't know. But you know what? I know this much. If we don't stop putting these people on pedestals, we ain't got a shot at anything. There ain't nobody out there going to run for government anymore. And everything falls apart. You got to stop picking these people apart every little bit of their lives. They're human beings. Nobody's perfect. And when you put somebody up to a perfect slate, well, he did this and he did that and he did this, or look at this or look at that. I mean, you could pick apart a person in a heartbeat and their lives and their families' lives. This has got to stop. It's got to stop somewhere. Let's go into the chat and see what's going on here. We just heard the Abbott says, batten down the hatches. The god of hellfire is back. The human centipede? Really, Andrew? Really? Wow. All right. Not to mention the 2000. I'm trying to catch up with what's going on here. Mitch McConnell is an ass too, though. If he wins, he will be Senate. Yeah, he'll be the leader of the Senate. He will be. Mitch McConnell, that's for sure. But again, my point, Ernie, is this. You got to start somewhere. We've got to grab this country out of the jaws of despair and put it back towards prosperity. At least we know with the Republicans that jobs will be created. We know that much. Regulations will be cut, hopefully. I mean, they can't do any worse than the Democrats have done. Really, they can't. At least they're telling everybody how great this country is, how it was, how it used to be. We want it back again. At least we're getting that message from them. Andrew says more golf holidays than any before him, and I heard he is a really bad player. What does that tell you? That tells you he doesn't concentrate on anything. That's what it tells me. Ernie Abbott says no basketball skills either to destroy a stereotype. Well, he must have been okay as a lawyer because he was head of the law review, so. Oh my God. Really, Andrew? That's not nice. I'm not even going to mention that. Too funny. Barco, welcome. Welcome. Well, Andrew, you make a pretty good point. He says it's rigged two-party system. Don't even let the other parties at the debates. Well, you're right about that. But the problem is, I think, in my view, is that these other parties have no legitimacy. That's the problem. But if the American people put it in their minds to say we're going to listen to everybody, and we want to hear what every candidate has to say, and then we will judge from there, instead of the parties, like you say, things would start to change. Things would start to change. We shook them up a little bit, the voters, when Cantor lost his position a few months back. Everybody in Washington sat up and said, what? Because that hasn't ever, never, ever happened. He thought he was going to sail right in. People said, yeah, well, we've had enough. So it can be done. It can be done. Barco. Updated evilness power rankings from Barco. Hitler's number 5. Ebola's number 4. The chick who make the harassment video is 2. And Barry is number 1. Harry Reid. 2 is Barry and 1 is Harry Reid. The face of evil. Yeah, well, I mentioned it a little while ago. I don't know if you heard me, Barker, but that's what I was talking about. This man is nothing but a lapdog for this president. And he says no, and it's no. So something comes over from the House of Representatives. It hits the Senate. The Senate, not even the Senate. One man stands there and says, no, we will not allow this. So now it's the Republicans who don't get anything done. Meanwhile, it's been Harry Reid the whole time. This man, they need to retire him. They need to stuff him and put him somewhere in the Nevada desert and make a shrine out there that nobody will ever go to. Let's see. Mandy Pinetown. Hey, welcome. And thank you, Mandy, by the way. Mandy Pinetown and Joe Logic have a show here on Spreaker that does very, very well. A great show. You need to go over and see them. I want to thank them for plugging the Sandsnet Radio Network and Ernie Abbott and all of us here at Night Talk. Thank you so much, Mandy. We do appreciate it. It shows you. I do listen. I go to other shows. I listen. I was even listening to Rick on Saturday for a little while. I didn't think I was there. I heard you on the show. You guys are pretty good. Let's see. Well, Barco, it's I've gotten the statistics. Out of all the people that are registered to vote, only 38 to 41% actually do vote. So, and only 10%, Barco says, should be allowed to vote. Well, that's party line politics, People have done it for years. You just vote a party line right down the line. Boom. If you're affiliated with that party, you voted the whole party. And that's got to stop, which tells us that we as Americans and as individuals need to get our heads in the game. We need to know what's going on. Because if we don't know what's going on, we don't know how to vote. We don't have the power to get these people out of office. Because they're full of shit, all of them. They really are. And you got to be able to depict who is telling the truth and who isn't. Sometimes you got to do it by voting them in and seeing what they do. And if they don't do it in 2 or 4 years, see you later. You're not going to spend 40 years in the friggin' Senate or in the House of Representatives. It's not going to happen because we're not going to let it happen. That's what needs to happen. Let's see. Barco says they should make people compete at Jeopardy to get to vote. Only 1 out of 3 gets to vote. Get out of here, Barco. Only property owning Protestant males should be allowed to vote, says Apocalypse. What is this thing about race? What's going on with this? There's a horse race going on. What's happening here? I need to know because I keep seeing it, but I don't know what's going on. So let me know what's going on with that, please, somebody. Barco says, yeah, disenfranchise the pedophile Catholics before they try to legalize gay marriage. The Melbourne Cup is on TV. Now, what is it? Do you have a horse in this race, Andrew? Is that what's going on here? Koala Dingo. It's a horse race. Okay. Oh, Barco, that was unnecessary. I love those Spreaker screen caps of the week, says Mandy. All right. There's a little dissertation here by Ernie Abbott. I'm going to read it. Haven't read it, so I don't know what it says, so here it goes. All right. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly with heirs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who, at the best known, in the end, and the triumphant of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Theodore Roosevelt, 1910, Paris, France. How about that? I know what's true, Andrew. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, God almighty. Yeah, be careful, Barco. You know, the NSA's always listening, man, and they're getting into your shit, too. All right, moving on. Yeah. Mandy. Fun times. Yeah, that's right. Kiss Kiss was on with Mandy and Rick, and sounded, Hey, Andrew, how do you know that? I want to know how you know that about Kiss Kiss. Oh, she did. Okay. Ernie Abbott says Roosevelt was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor 100 years later for acts of bravery on July 1, 1898, in Santiago de Cuba, Republic of Cuba, while leading a daring charge up San Juan Hill, Barco. Okay, Mandy's laughing. Though no, I am really behind on the chat because I got a show to run. You know, I can't sit there and read the whole chat, Mandy. Give me a break, will you? You have 2 horses in this race, Andrew, and it goes on in what, 5 minutes? Wow. All right. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 2 minutes to 11 on the East Coast. I'm going to play a little music now. We're going to take a quick break, but please don't go anywhere. We've got more to come. I want to mention Peter Boy Radio and WEJA Radio, Ernie Abbott, are getting together on December 5th through the 7th. They're doing a 48-hour marathon for 2 different charities in England, one in England, one here in the United States. And I believe they both have to do with cancer patients. Here in the States, it's children, and it's families in England that need the help. So we're going to get you more information on that. That's why I'm running these bumpers for them. Please, give us a hand. Get involved, okay? We'll be right back. This is Night Talk. I'm Jay Sands. Thanks so much for being here and in our chat. And thank you for listening. Don't you go nowhere. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jay Sands from Night Talk and the Sandsnet Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about an upcoming Spreaker-thon to benefit Macmillan Cancer Treatment in the UK and the Tomorrow Fund for children with cancer in the United States. Peter Boy Radio and WEJA Radio and Ernie Abbott